Hey YouTube, Johnny L here. Today is Friday, February 12th, 2021. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, guys and girls. I just wanted to upload a quick video on my channel and talk a little bit about something I reacquired from my sergeant. For those of you that don't know, I am in law enforcement, and as I mentioned in my other video, my first video I posted, when I was installing the hole grips on my 43X, that I had sold my 43 to purchase the 43X. So the other day in roll call, we were sitting down and I was talking to my sergeant. I was like, "Hey, how's it going with the firearm? Have you taken it out to the range? Have you took your wife?" Because initially he wanted to purchase that firearm just to take his wife out. His wife wanted to get into guns and she wanted to start learning how to shoot. So he wanted something a little smaller. So I figured, hey, the 43X came out at the time, and I'm like, I'll sell you my 43, and I could use that money to buy the 43X. So I went ahead and did it. And he told me, he's like, "Dude, I haven't even gone to the range yet." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "My wife hasn't even seen the gun." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "The way you sold it to me in the box is the way it is. I threw it in my safe and it's just been in there." So I'm like, "Okay, well, what are your plans with it?" He's like, "Well, I don't know yet. I mean, she's just, she can't make up her mind whether she wants to really get into guns or not." I'm like, "Well, if you ever decide to sell it, please sell it back to me, because it's got a sentimental value to me in this gun. This is actually the first gun my wife had ever shot back in Atlanta when we went out to visit her aunt." So I'm like, "Just sell it back to me." So about 2 hours later, he calls me back. And he's like, "Hey, you know what? If you want it back, I'll go ahead and sell it to you for the price that you sold it to me." I'm like, "All right, awesome." So I wanted to bring to you guys that I have my old Glock 43 back. So, it's a single stack 9mm, 6+1, 7 rounds of 9mm. As you can see, I right away, as soon as he told me that, I went ahead, got on Amazon, ordered the whole grips. I installed it, and I forgot to mention this too as well. With the 43X, is that the Talon grips, which I'm a huge fan of, I left on, and I installed the whole grips on top of the Talon grips. And I still do have, this is the way I sold it to him. I got the Hive Technology base plate. This is just a flush mag here. 6+1 makes it 7 rounds on this particular firearm. And I got two. This one actually came with 3 magazines. That's a +2. Hive Technology. I love that blue. It's kind of awesome. +2. That reminds me about something, guys, which I should have done in the beginning of the video. No ammo. Lock the slide back. No ammo, as you can see. Now we're working with a safe firearm. So that's the +2 Hive Technology. The back plate I didn't get through Hive. This one I actually got from the Glock store. It's just the American flag. Add a little character into this baby, so I figured I'd just throw it on there. And this one is a +3. So it is a little bigger. All right, so I figured, you know what, if I'm going to get this gun back, I got to get the whole grips, because like I said before in my other videos, that, it adds that little thickness here for guys with bigger hands, and it's just, you get a better purchase on the firearm. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this gun back. And the second reason was because I needed there's other firearms that I also have, but I needed to have a backup firearm for work, so I figure, well, if I could get the 43 back, maybe I could start carrying that. I also have the Glock 42, which is 380. And I also have a Taurus what is it, 856, I think it is. The revolver, snub nose 2-inch revolver. I'll go ahead and do a video on that one day. But I'm like, you know what? I like the 9mm. I like the 43. I could just use that. So I'm like, okay. So when I got it back, I was saying to myself, all right, well, how can I conceal this as a backup firearm? Because I got my, I got my duty arm, my duty firearm with me. So how can I conceal this as a backup firearm? So a couple options I came up with was ankle holsters. So I went ahead and purchased 2 of them. This is the DeSantis ankle rig. Okay, it's got this kind of like a fluffy material here that goes on your ankle, so that way you won't have to actually feel the firearm. It's got really good Velcro. This is kind of like a thick spandex material. I know there's a name to it, but I can't think about it now. See, it's a thick spandex material, and it works really well. I already tried it. I used it once for work because I got this about maybe 2 or 3 days ago in the mail. So I used it for work already, and it fits the 43 just fine. It's leather. There's no breaking in period. I mean, this goes right in. It straps around your ankle. Pretty good. You know, it's not bad. So for those of you that are in law enforcement, or some of you guys and girls that are in security work, or any job that requires you, even for concealed carry, I mean, hell, you can conceal this in your ankle. You know, if you work at a desk, you got a desk job, or you work in an office or something like that, strap it in your, on your ankle, and it fits very comfortable, very comfortable. I mean, I have no, and it's, I was checking, and that's another thing I want to talk to you guys. I was checking online to see, I usually, order stuff from Galco when it comes to leather and stuff, and when I checked Galco's website for this exact holster, they wanted like $125 for the exact same thing. I mean, I looked it up. It was made out of cowhide. I had good the same backing and everything, but the color was white or something. So I'm like, why am I going to spend $120 something when I got on Amazon, and this is a DeSantis one, and it was only not even, it was $60, like $62. It came in, it's right here, DeSantis gun hide. So it's the Die Hard ankle rig, right hand, Glock 43, Glock 43X. So this is what it came in, little package. It was like $60, but I got it on Amazon. And it works just fine. I mean, it's a backup gun. I'm not trying to carry an extra mag or anything like that. It's fine the way it is. But prior to this, I was using, for about 2 weeks, I was using this one here that I got from Amazon as well. It's an Uncle Mike's. And this one I was using my Glock 42. It's a little different. It's got the little Velcro strap here. It's elastic. It was fitting just fine, but the problem that I was having with this one is that the barrel would come down a little bit, and it would kind of poke on my ankle bone right around this area. So it was kind of uncomfortable. So I'm like, I have to. I was going to buy a new holster until my sergeant got back to me and sold me this one back. And it has a little pocket here, which I like, for your spare mag. Which the DeSantis one, DeSantis, this one does not have. But you could easily modify it. I mean, you could always sew one in there if you really wanted to. But again, it's a backup gun. It's a backup firearm. This one also came, but it was very thin, kind of like a soft material lining in the inside. Very, very thin here. But it worked good. It worked okay. I mean, I can't. With the Glock 42, you throw this on your ankle, you cannot even feel that you have the gun on you. I mean, that's how light that gun is. Super light. So when I went from this to this, you felt like you knew you had a firearm on your ankle. I mean, because this is, you're packing 9 rounds of 9mm. you know, so it's a little bit bigger than the 43. I'm sorry, the 42. So yeah, it's a little heavier. So you know you're packing some type of firearm on your ankle. It's got a little weight to it. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's nothing that you cannot handle. I mean, once you got to strap it in there, you got to make sure that once you put it on your ankle, you know, just make sure you stretch it. It stretches, and just strap it in, and you'll be just fine. And if you want to get creative, you could create a little pocket in there to maybe throw an extra mag. That's if you want, you know. For me, I don't need to do that because, again, this is just a backup gun for work. So, yeah, so I got back my Glock 43, which I'm happy about. So when I told my wife about it, I'm like, hey, you know that first gun you shot when we were back in Georgia? She's like, yeah. Well, I ended up selling it, which she already knew, but I got it back. She's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, I got it back. She's like, all right, well, now that you got it back, I want to go shoot. So me and my wife are going to be going to the range soon. And she can shoot her old Glock 43 back. It's pretty cool. What else do I have here? One other thing I forgot to mention on the first video was that for magazine holders, this is a Kydex magazine carrier for the Glock 43. This one's made by Multi-Holsters. You know, they make, like I said before, with the other, Glock 43X mag, they make really good quality stuff. So I have multiple of these mag carriers. So I got this, what I'm using for this one, if I do carry it off duty or for concealed carry purposes or something like that. But you guys already know that I'm packing around the Glock 43X. That one fits me perfect. So in case you guys are interested, you know, there's some holster options for ankle carry. This doesn't necessarily have to be off-duty type, or I'm sorry, it doesn't necessarily have to be a backup weapon for off-duty police officers, but it could also be your everyday concealed carry. You know, again, conceal is the key word here. So you could throw this in your ankle if you don't want to do inside the waistband, outside the waistband, or whatever. If you think you know, because like myself, I got a little bit of a tactical muffin, you know, my belly. So most guys do. You don't want to go inside the waistband because I know it could be very uncomfortable. Believe me, I know. You want to throw it on your ankle and just go ahead and purchase one of these and try it for the Glock 43 and see what you think. You just gotta you gotta try all types of different options. I have like 3 totes full of just different holsters, all types of holsters, and throughout the years I have spent so much money in holsters, and I'll keep doing it until I find the one that I will use on a daily basis and the one that I'm 100% comfortable with. But the funny thing is, when you're a gun guy, like I am, I mean, you use them all. I really do. I use them all. I got tons of firearms that I use on a daily rotation, and I'll continue to use them. You know, I'm not biased against any one holster. I mean, I use them all. But, you know, as my video continues to grow and you guys continue, you know, I don't have too many subscribers. I've only been posting for about a week now. I think this is like my 5th or 6th video or something like that. Again, I wanted to, you know, emphasize, I'm sorry about the, you know, the light quality and the picture quality. I'm working on it. I'm doing this out of my iPhone right now, but within time, you know, you got to crawl before you walk, right? So within time, I'll get a better camera. We could post more videos. I could post more videos. I got tons of stuff we could talk about, like I said before in my other videos. So if you guys like this video, man, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Again, like I mentioned in my last video, I got stuff I want to give away. In fact, let me show you guys something. I have a couple of these. Right now I have OD Green Glock 27 or 2627 whole grip that I have here. I'm not sponsored by these guys. I just bought the stuff on my own. And then I have an extra. Actually, I got 2 of these. I want to give one of these to my buddies at work. I promised I would give him. So he's got one coming. 43X and 48 whole grips. that I want to give away. What else do I have? I talked about some tactical bags I have. And some other stuff, you know. I mean, I could always, you know, post a video when I do get some extra gear in and just give it away, you know. And like, yeah, just, you guys just tell me what you think. And like I said, I'm new to all this and I don't want to sound redundant, which I think I am. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video right now. And I just wanted to let you guys know that the 43 is back into rotation. I'm happy. The wife is happy. And for those of you who know, happy wife, happy life. Have a good night, guys. Be safe.